All right, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Tradesman Essentials. We have blue sky for days out here today, gentlemen. Right now, everything seems all right, and I hope everything is all right with you. I mean, we're getting through this, and that's a good thing. What I have for you today is, well, I've inadvertently sort of begun a series on 12-volt tools. Realizing this as I go back through some of my content, I've noticed a lot of my stuff is 12-volt, and there's a reason for that. You know, I believe 12-volt tools in an apartment maintenance setting, in any facilities management setting, 12-volt tools will handle almost 100% of your daily needs, in my opinion. I mean, of course, there's going to be room for, hammer drills, larger hammer drills, reciprocating saws, routers. I mean, you name it. There's always going to be a job that begs the attention of an 18, 20, 24-volt tool. But I digress. For the most part, 12-volt tools will handle your day-to-day service work without a problem. And before me, I have two more tools that will excel at that for a couple of reasons. We have the Bosch GSR 12v-300 Brushless 2-speed drill driver with 22 and 1 clutch settings, variable speed trigger, LED mounted on or under the chuck. It's a metal or plastic chuck, 3/8 inch. Pretty loose toggle switch, but that does not bother me. She's spinning at, I believe, 460 RPMs in low. Hang on a sec. 460 in low, 1750 in high. Now, and you've heard me rant and rave about 1700 RPMs in a small package before, but you're not going to find a smaller package that has 1750 RPMs. It also is listed, rated, whatever, at 300 inch-pounds of torque. So 1750 RPMs, 300 inch-pounds of torque, and a tiny package. That's, to me, what makes this a no-brainer for any of you maintenance techs out there. It's lightweight, 2 pounds, if that. I mean, here's the DeWalt Atomic that spins at like 1650, and that one will totally eclipse the Bosch Brushless. I don't have any other drills hanging around right now. And I know that's a poor example, but that's what I had right next to me. I do have the Tecpo. I mean, that's not going to really show you much either. That's the Tecpo. It's still smaller than the Tecpo. It's about a half-inch shorter than the previous generation, and since that generation, they've also added some overmolding in just the right spots. Instead of it being this hard blue plastic throughout, they've They've thrown in some overmold, and it makes for a beauty of a drill. I really, really like this drill. I really do. It's a nice piece. Let's see if we have... I mean, as far as 12 volt... I mean, it's going to be... Let's see if we can stand them up on these pod packs. Of course, it doesn't want to stay. But that's the Bosch compared to the M12 hammer drill. Way more compact, way lighter. Well, due to the fact that it's not a hammer drill and it does not have a metal chuck, but still. That'll fit in any bag, any tool pouch, any tool belt. Clip it on your hip, and you're not going to notice it for the most part. 300 inch-pounds of torque is going to handle a lot of your drilling and driving needs. The 1750 Ripums, that's gonna carve up some material. We'll run it through some tests shortly, and we'll see what it's capable of. But again, it's the Bosch GSR 12v-300. I think this is going to be a killer drill, and I think you maintenance techs out there should give this one a glance. Even HVAC guys, cabinet installers, people who need to get into tight corners or are carrying their drill, a lot of the time. This is not going to add any extra weight from what you're used to carrying, and it has the specs to keep up based on the numbers. We'll see if it really can handle some stuff, but I believe it will. Bosch makes good stuff. It's quality. I really like it. Optional belt clip as well. Now this guy has been out for at least 2 years, and that's the Bosch PS42 Brushless 2-speed impact driver. Your speed controls are toggled by that button, 1 and 2, 2 being low, 2 being higher RPM, lower torque. That turns on your light, which I don't understand the need for, light controls on tools, but maybe somewhere out there somebody, oh, it's too bright, no need for that. I don't really understand it. I don't think there's a need for it. It's just an extra button. It's cool that it's there. I keep it on. I don't know. That's just me. But this is pretty much the same setup as the last guy. Battery gauge on the tool. It's got the 3-ring LED light. Not as bright as other tools that I have seen. In speed 1, you're coming in at 1200 RPMs. Speed 2, 2600 RPMs, and up to 3100 impacts per minute, and that's in speed 2. I'm not sure how many IPMs there are in speed 1, but speed 2, we're peaking out at 31. So based on that, it's low compared to a lot of impact drivers that are on the market today. A lot of brushless ones, It's not the fastest, it's not the meanest, it's not the most powerful. At 975 inch-pounds of torque this can produce. So that's well below the norm right now, just based on everything else's specs. Your sub 1,000 inch-pounds, that's going to be a turnoff for a lot of people. But for me, and like the heavier fastening that I do, it's perfect. And I'll show you that you really don't notice the lack of speed or IPMs when you're doing, smaller fasteners, smaller legs, drywall screws and stuff like that. You really don't know. And that's basically what I'll be using this for, is just the smaller fasteners. It's something I can tuck right into my bag at, 2.7 pounds, under 3 pounds this weighs with the 2.0. Clip it to my side. It's well made. This plastic housing is, I think they call it like DuraShock or Dura something, where it's supposed to stand up to a lot of falls and drops. And you can see that this is an older model, as they didn't go with the rubber overmold like they did on the drill. Hopefully, and I have my fingers crossed, that maybe they will be upgrading this guy pretty soon. It took a few years, though. This was available in Europe for a few years before they brought it to the US, to the States. So I usually pay attention to what Bosch releases over there to see what will soon be coming here. Now, as far as the platform, that might be your next question. Bosch doesn't have the depth of Milwaukee, or Bosch doesn't have the depth of Makita. And in some cases that's true, but if you hop on Amazon or hop on Bosch.com, you'll see they have a 12-volt circular saw. They have a rotary tool. They have a brushless oscillating tool, which is going to be my next purchase. They have the recip saw. They have a planer. They have a router. They have lights. They have, I can't even think of everything off the top of my head. There's a brushless impact wrench. There's like a material cutter. There's a bunch of different tools. It's definitely not as deep as Milwaukee, but nobody really is. But if you wanted to get involved in a platform based on the depth of that platform, Bosch isn't a bad idea based on some of the tools they have right now. I wouldn't turn you away. I would just say to check out what they do have available, and if that fits your needs, check it out. Me personally, I've found using Bosch tools that the longevity of the battery, the efficiency of the battery, next to the quality of the build, makes these superb tools. And I know I've been on here a few times being like, oh, Hilti's the best, or, I love this brand, or I love this brand. And I do. Each brand has its, great aspects. I love Hilti's 12-volt tools. I love some of Milwaukee's 12-volt tools. And I'm a big fan of Makita. But as far as everyday carry, compact, efficient power, I would have to say that these Bosch fans take the cake. And these two are gonna be my go-to tools for the next few weeks, maybe even longer, just to see and to prove that they're capable of handling basically everything. They've really upped the game. The last generation Bosch drill, and I still have it over here somewhere. I know I'm dragging on a little bit, but the last generation Bosch, which was a personal favorite, this and the screwdriver they had, the pocket driver, great tools. You can see 400 RPMs to 1300 RPMs, and this was sub 200 inch-pounds of torque. So we're talking 450 more RPMs plus, 150 to 200 more inch-pounds of torque. Well, we'll say 110 more inch-pounds of torque. And this could handle some shit. This got me through a lot of day-to-day work. Just saying. I expect a lot out of this one. So stick around. We're going to put these through a couple of tests, and then you can let me know what you think. All right? Thanks for sticking around. See you in a minute. All right, let's remember, this isn't a speed test. This isn't a head-to-head. This is just an opportunity to show you what the Bosch 12-volt brushless impact driver can do. So we're going to start off here. That's in speed 2. It just demonstrates the 2600 RPMs that it has. It's not going to blow you away with speed. Something like this, Just slow and steady, effective driving. It obviously gets the job done, and it's your choice. If you want to put it up against, ledger locks or timber locks or whatever, it might be able to do it. It's not built for that kind of work, I don't think. Smaller fastener, smaller legs, stuff like that is where this will excel. These are just some 3-inch construction screws. No problem with those. And that's, for me, I do a lot of that type of fastening. For anything bigger, I'm pulling out a bigger impact gun. For everyday needs, though, that'll come in pretty handy. The drill driver, we're in speed 2 on these construction screws. And take them right home. Not a problem. And pop it into speed 1. Little torquey at the end there. No problem with those. I think I handled that screw better than the impact. Still in speed 1. Got an 1.5 inch spade bit, paddle bit, whatever you want to call it. That's all she wrote for the paddle bit. I mean, with something smaller, this is overkill for a 12-volt drill. For something smaller, I'm pretty sure that will excel. 1/2-inch twist bit. Not a problem. Let's try another one. And try it in speed 2 just to see. Bit came right off. Let's try it one more time. And that's almost all the way through. Again, we're drilling into pressure treated 2x4 that's been out weathering for about 2 years now, so if that's any consolation, then we're going to go back to this impact really quick just to show. I mean, what more do you want out of a 12-volt drill? What more can you ask for out of a 12-volt drill? I know we get spoiled by hydraulic drivers and 4 speeds and self-tapping mode and all that good stuff. But if you're looking for just a solid performer, look no further. Than Bosch. I'm not disappointed. I'm far from disappointed with this purchase. I think these tools are top notch. And I know a lot of you are already invested in platforms. You don't want to jump ship and go looking, especially at Bosch. You know, Bosch has that reputation of being slow to bring things to North America, and I understand it. But I've had a lot of luck with their tools in the past. These newer tools are better performing. I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty pumped. Go check them out if you're willing to take a chance on something new, but something that has a proven quality. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.